Good morning, Unity North. How about a hand for the Unity North Band? Come fly with me. I just love that. A little bit of swing just gets my soul going. But I'm delighted that each of you is here to fly and to soar to new adventures, to new awarenesses, to new truths. Let's take a moment before we do our opening song to go into a place of prayer. Take a deep breath with me, everybody. And on that exhale, remove anything and everything that would keep you from being present to this now moment. Even those who are online, we encourage you to take a breath with us because we're not separated. Oops, did I lose my mic? There we go. Let's take a moment to recognize the source of this day. We allow ourselves to become fully present to the miracle of life, the miracle of love, the miracle of God, the light that sustains and animates all creation, animates each and every one of us. Thank you, God, for this day. Thank you, God, for these people. Thank you, God, for this time and all the good that ensues as a result of our being here together in mind, in heart, in consciousness, and in God. May that God move in us in such a way, such a beautiful way, that our faith is known, our commitment is known, our love is known, not just in this room, but all over the planet. For this and so much more, we say thank you, God. Thank you, God, together. Thank you, God. And so it is, and so we let it be. I'm going to invite you on our opening song. If you are able. Holy God, move in me, to make this as an invitation for something beautiful to happen here today, something to stir within us, no matter where we may be, that's so powerful and beautiful that the world's a little bit brighter as a result of what we do here today. We need a little rhythm to help us with this one. Come on. Here we go. Let's sing. Holy God, move in me. Holy God, move in me, that you may know my faith, and I may know your grace. Holy God, move in me. You've heard it once now, let's try it again. From the top. Holy God, move in me. Holy God, move in me, that you may know my faith, and I may know your grace. Holy God, move in me. Prayers need feet, let's sing it. I put my faith into action, and know the good in all I see. Powerful beyond measure, with an awesome God moving through me. Let's turn to your left and your right. Greet the presence of God. Let him know you are grateful with a handshake or a hug or a high five. Let's come on back now. I put my faith into action. I put my faith into action, and know the good in all I see. I'm powerful beyond measure, with an awesome God moving through me. Holy God, move in me. Holy God, move in me, that you may know my faith, and I may know your grace. Put a big exclamation point. Holy God, move in me. Give yourselves a round of applause. You sound fantastic. Going to invite Reverend Julie to come up and to lead us in the announcements.
Well, good morning, everyone. It is so great to see all of you. How is everybody doing? Good. Yes, all the time. So we have a lot going on here at Unity North, and we want to just quickly give you the lowdown. But I know we sound like a broken record. Where is the best place to find the information? The app. Yes, see one of us on staff. If you don't have the app, it's got everything there. All right. Pumpkin volunteers. Judith Johnson and her team have expanded, and they need almost 300 volunteers. Yes, amen. This is our big fundraiser. So through the app or the website, you can go on and sign up. But they need people unloading, doing story time. They've worked really hard. This is our big fundraiser. So please take a shift or 10. Yes, and then Fall Festival. And the pumpkins, I think, are here the 15th to the 31st. Fall Festival on October 22nd, Saturday, from 11 to 3. We have our Fall Festival. We've got lots of fun things planned. We've got inflatable. I believe we have games, and food will be available. Story time. So bring all your friends, bring your kids, young and old, and join us on that day. The Men of Unity. We do not retreat at Unity North. We advance. And the Men of Unity are advancing, and that is coming up in 2 weeks' time. I'm trying to read the date with my October 15th. So if you are a Man of Unity, I believe 16 and up, please, please, please consider advancing with them, setting your spiritual intention. You can go on unitynorth.org to sign up, and I believe they will also be in the foyer and or downstairs and can give you all the information about that. All right. And next week, the Men of Unity have been working so incredibly hard on our new space, our garden space. And the name is going to be revealed, and it's going to be dedicated. So next Sunday, right after second service, 2 things going on. Al is turning 100. No. Sorry, where's Harry? Oh, he's asleep. Al is having a big birthday, and so there's going to be cake, and then we're going to head outside, and there'll be a short dedication ceremony for our new space where they will also reveal the name. So please, please join us next Sunday. Finally, Family Promise. This is one of our outreach programs that Judith Johnson and her team again head up, and our next host week is October 30th to November 5th. And we stay overnight, and we help with meals, and it's just a really wonderful way to give back. And they will be in the foyer signing up people after today. So you can see them in the foyer. Woo! I did it fast. Are we good? All right. So this is going to be our new member ceremony, and Richard is going to take back the mic and bring us into that.
I got this microphone. I'm good.
Okay. He's good.
So we do want to recognize anybody who's here for the very first time. And we want you to know that whoever you are and wherever you may be on your spiritual path, you are welcome here. But more importantly, not just welcome here, you are welcome here. We behold you as the light of the world that you are. You're not broken. You're not needing to be fixed. You're not stained in any way, but we're just waking up together. And we behold you as that magnificent expression of God that you are, and we thank you for the gift that you have brought into this room today. And I already had somebody just eager to put her hand up. She's been watching us online for a couple of months, and she was so excited. But is there anybody in the room for the very first time today? We want to make a little bit of noise and welcome you. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to our family. Glad you are here. Welcome to our home, welcome to our family, welcome to our community, and welcome to our hearts. We have a welcome team that would love to answer any questions you have. They're roaming around the room, and they're in the back of the room. We got name tags. We have name tag Sundays when we have a new member ceremony. So go up and see if you can pass the quiz at the end of the evening when these come off. No. The reality is that welcome team would love to help you feel connected here, and we have a number. If you're brand new to Unity North, text new to that number right there on the screens behind me, and you'll get a lot of information. Not too much. We don't inundate you. We're a low-pressure kind of place, but we'd love to get you connected. And to be downstairs. There's a whole table downstairs that we'd love to have you sit around, and those of us who would like to meet you get a better opportunity to do that. So many people walk through the doors of Unity North, and they have done so in search of a more meaningful spiritual life. That's why we all got here, right? Looking for something different and unique. Many people stay a while, they reflect, they learn, they share, and they work with the principles that we teach here. And they eventually decide that this is a place that they can call their home. And they decide to become members. They make the very important and sacred decision to become members and to commit their time, their energy, and their efforts to the powerful work that we do here at Unity North. Today, we're going to take a moment to welcome and bless these new members. We pray together as a community and as a family that the living spirit of truth found within our teachings guides each of these people to a very personal relationship. We're not telling you what to think, but we're teaching you how to think so you may think for yourself and find a relationship with the infinite presence of God that is unique and special to just you, with the God of your understanding. We pray that through this step today into membership and through the participation in the work of Unity North, that each of these spiritual seekers, and in truth, all of us, will find a safe and nurturing place to thrive and to continue their personal spiritual mission. As they step into membership, they are becoming part of a team, part of a family that supports and uplifts, a team that dedicates itself to the well-being and to the good that is available to all of us as a whole, not just as an individual. I'm going to read the names of these members as I come down to the floor, and as I read their names, I'm going to invite you to hold any applause until the ceremony is over. But they're going to come up and receive a rose from Reverend Julie as a symbol. The rose is a symbol of the strength that they're bringing to our family. It's also a symbol of the beauty that they bring to the family. And what we know is when one rose is beautiful, but many roses creates a bouquet, and it's even more beautiful. And so we are welcoming them into the bouquet that is Unity North Atlanta Church. As you hear your name, please step forward and receive a red rose as a symbol of the love by which this congregation welcomes you. Chris and Rebecca Bargeron. Judy and Sam Brawley. I heard an oh. They decided to join. Shirley Grant. And I told her that I would probably butcher her last name, but I'll do it with the best French accent that I can muster up. Vladia Larty. John Jackson. Mary Custerman. And Amira Jones. There were several others that could not make it today, but we include them in our words and our love, our embrace, and our applause today. Before I go any further, make a little noise for these people that want to be part of your family. Our master teacher, Jesus, said that where two or more are gathered in my name, there I am in the midst of them. Today, in the midst of all of you, is the Christ presence, expressed as the beauty, and the power, the dedication, and the love that you share with this church family. By your attendance today and in the membership class that you have taken, you are speaking to this congregation that you wish to be received into membership. Yes? This commitment is not to be taken lightly, but it is to be recognized as a statement to the universe and to this congregation of your willingness to accelerate your spiritual growth. Yes? It is also a commitment to work side by side with this congregation for the spiritual evolution of not only yourselves as individuals, but the spiritual family as a whole. So I have a few questions for you that I ask you to answer, I do, at the end of. Do you promise to support Unity North Atlanta Church with your time, your energy, your talent, and your abundance? Do you promise to offer your friendship, your love, and your unique spiritual perspective and your desire to spiritually grow with this community? Do you promise to honor all the paths to God and to live the principles of unity through your thoughts, your words, and your actions? Do you promise to do whatever Reverend Richard says, no matter what? No. Finally, do you promise to recognize the one power and the one presence that expresses beautifully and uniquely as you and as the other members of this congregation, as we all commit to joining hands, hearts, and intentions to create a community that is a testimony to love in action. And so I invite you to repeat after me as your pledge to this family in front of you. And you as a family, don't take these words lightly. They are making a commitment to each and every one of you today. We, as students of truth, united in spirit, and drawn into cooperation through invisible bonds of love and oneness, dedicate ourselves to this community and to the well-being of this congregation. And so, Unity North, I'm going to invite you to stand, and we have the words Namaste. The words Namaste simply mean the Christ within me, the light that is within me, the good that is within me beholds that same light within you. And I've purposely asked them not to sing, but to be receivers of the energy. Take all of your welcome energy, take all of your love, all of your Namaste energy, and beam it up to these beautiful people as we sing these words as our invitation. Take a deep breath, and together we sing. Namaste, Namaste. My heart sings Namaste. The good in me beholds the good in you. Namaste, Namaste, Namaste. One thing we know in this movement is that life is a circle. When good is extended, good is received. When commitment is extended, commitment comes back. And so let's create a circle as we all sing this to each other in a great circle of God made tangible and audible, singing Namaste to recognize the good in all of us. Together we sing. Namaste, Namaste. My heart sings Namaste. The good in me beholds the good in you. Namaste, Namaste, Namaste. And so, Unity North congregation, keep that energy going forward. Don't clap yet, because we have a blessing. And this is Unity North new members. We love you, we bless you, and we appreciate you. And we behold the Christ as each and every one of you. Those that know it, say it loud. Those that don't, just mumble. So, Unity North new members, we love you, we bless you, and we appreciate you. And we behold the Christ as each and every one of you. And as we do in the YOU, we go, we love you, we really, really love you. Mwah. On behalf of the board of directors, the staff, and the congregation of Unity North, welcome to full and active membership. And so when they are back, I promised you I would have them back. They were here just about a month and a half ago, and SAS Folk is their official name, but this is Jana and Anna. And will you please welcome our special music today, SAS Folk.
Good morning, church. We're so happy to be back. This song is called Lonesome Island, and it really honors a journey where we can, I think we've all experienced darkness and pain and struggle through whatever, mental health, addiction, depression, relationships, people, places, and things. But the important thing is perseverance and getting to a better state of mind, and then the responsibility of encouraging others once we've gotten there ourselves. Yeah.
that you're not okay. Let the flame rage took you all the way. Finally had all that you can take. Flame burned you so bad, made you finally pray. Mountains of an island, I've been right where you are. There is a bridge, that's where my name's been called. Lonesome's an island, I've been right where you are. Waiting for an empty spark to pull you out of the dark. But there's something so still about this place. You're a prisoner of your mind. Take it one day at a time. We can get to the other side. Sometimes on my end, I've been right where you are. There is a bridge, that's where my name's been called. On some island, I've been right where you are. There is a bridge, that's where my name's been called. Lonesome's on an island, I've been right where you are.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Sassful. Beautiful ladies. I just love your harmonies. I love your spirits. I love the songs to the words to the song. You know, it's important to recognize that we welcome here very human lyrics, very human understanding that we're all sharing a human journey, and sometimes we share spiritual truths as the means of defining our connection, our unity, and our oneness. But the reality is we're sharing a human experience as well, yes? And in that human experience, home becomes vitally important. Why would you think about joining a member and being a part of a community? Because home is important when you feel lonely, because there are people that have felt that way before. You have a safe place to land. You have a place to come where people understand exactly the way you feel. And you can be fully human and fully divine all at the same time. You'll be embraced. You won't be judged. You won't be condemned. You won't be belittled. And we certainly will not pretend that you're not having a human experience, but we will hold you up, be the pillar that you can lean into. We're going to have little lean on me. And the reality is that's what we do. That's what a spiritual community is about, and this one more than most is letting you be fully human and fully divine at the same time. We have 4 chaplains on duty today, and these chaplains are the pillars today. They are holding prayer for you. They are holding consciousness. I'd like them to stand because you are encircled by consciousness right now. We have Nancy over there, Juanita over there, Judy over here, and Tara up here, and they're holding the unbroken awareness of the spiritual truth that's right smack dab in the middle of your human experience. Give them a little love back. There's good things happening. You can be seated now, guys. There's good things happening at Unity North. We had our monthly chaplain meeting last month, and there was like 3 times as many chaplains. It's growing and it's blossoming because consciousness is growing and blossoming. But before I get into the blossoming of consciousness, I want to tell a little story. There was a guy, he was shipwrecked many, many years ago. In fact, 30 years he was on the deserted island all by himself. Every day he put out a fire, an SOS with the rocks on the beach, looking to be saved for 30 years. And finally, a cruise ship happened to be going by that island, and they saw the smoke signals. They said, somebody needs help. The cruise ship pulled up to the island to rescue this man. He was so excited and thrilled, and the captain was asking him questions. And at just about the time he was about ready to get on the cruise ship and be rescued, completely saved from his lonesome experience on the lonesome island, the captain said, I have to ask you one last question. Those 3 huts that are up on the hill, what are those? Where did they come from? And they said, well, the one in the middle, that's my house. That's where I've lived for 30 years. And he said, well, wonderful. What's the hut on the left? And he said, oh, that's the church that I go to. And they said, well, then what is the one on the right? Oh, that's the church I used to go to. The people there are terrible. You know, there's a whole bunch of people on their spiritual path going from church to church, hut to hut, experience to experience, trying to find something outside of themselves, when what we really need to do is find what is within ourselves. And that's what we do here. And I want to acknowledge and applaud and just give some props to the people that are in this hut that have been here longer than I have been here. Been in this spiritual experience, that held the high watch and are still here through a wonderful history, where it would have been easy to just build another hut and go down to a different hut. Today we are beginning a 5-part series on the word cultivation. Say that with me. Cultivation. We are cultivating dreams, cultivating realities, cultivating community, prosperity, and cultivating 1,000 things with the sole intention of creating the most vibrant and vital congregation. Not just a Unity North reality, not just the whole collective, but a reality that is realized by every single congregant who ever steps foot into this room, whether it be once or it be 1,000 times. In the room, and yes, those of you online as well. This is a dream of cultivation for the whole, that is all of us. So what does cultivating entail? Well, many of you have known me for a while. I grew up on a farm, so I like to use farming analogies. From my farmer's background, cultivation means tilling. It means plowing. It means digging. It means working, preparing, developing, fertilizing to grow the best crop. What's the crop that we're cultivating? Call it out. What's the crop that we're cultivating here? Yes, 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 to all of it. And there are people that say, wait a minute, I came to church and you're telling me it's going to be hard work? Enlightenment is missed by most people because it comes in wearing overalls and looks like hard work. Change and shift requires hard work. The crop that we're cultivating here, to take all of that and put it into one, is an amazing life. Your amazing life. Beverly and Jerry, your amazing life. Chris and Gwyneth, your amazing life. You see, there are those that think we're all about cultivating the whole, and we are. We're cultivating a magnificent whole, but we can only cultivate the magnificent whole if we are cultivating the individual lives. And so the challenges that come from this platform are about building the best you, experiencing and expressing and realizing the very best life that you can possibly live. Yes? The farm tools that we're going to use are contained within the titles over the next 5 weeks. This is a month of prosperity at Unity North in its many forms and iterations. So the tools are the messages: cultivating creativity, cultivating celebration, cultivating consciousness, cultivating consistency, and today's message, cultivating commitment. Dum, da, dum, dum. Oh my gosh, he spoke the C word. You want to clear a church faster than anything? Say the C word, commitment. For the best crop, for the best life, for the best collective and individual life, there has to be a commitment or nothing grows. That's the soil that we are planting the seeds of consciousness in. So I was a little concerned. I talked to Susie today. I don't like to make messages about me. And I said, this one's a little bit about me. but I think it is germane to what I want to talk about today, because what I'm talking about is not just theory, it is practical application. In May of 2001, I entered into a covenant with myself, my divine self, and the God of my understanding, to enter interfaith ministry, to be a bridge builder between the various religions that dot the planet. That day I vowed to myself to walk in faithful partnership with the infinite through anything and everything that ministry might bring me. I had absolutely no idea what I was committing to. But let me tell you, my spiritual life was amplified. My spiritual life was accelerated based on a commitment, a vow, and a covenant. There were obstacles. There were pains, deep pains. There were disappointments. There were losses of relationships. There were roadblocks. There were questions, a lot of questions, and difficult lessons. But I worked very hard to cultivate a commitment that did not stop when the going got tough, plain and simple. Fast forward 11 years, on March 2012, I committed to the role of spiritual leader here at Unity North. There are those that say I might be one of them. I was the last man standing because it was a very deep hole that we were in. I was here working with kids. I was here playing the piano and doing music. And I vowed in that moment to guide Unity North out of that hole and into its future. That day, I committed to walk in very faithful partnership with this community and to offer the very best I had, to own my blank spots, to own my blind spots, to own every part of my being, the good, the bad, and the ugly, in service to the vision of this community. Again, my spiritual life was accelerated. How you say one of two things happens when you come to Unity North. You either grow or you run out the door screaming and you leave. And we stayed here. You didn't build another hut. We stayed in the fire, and something beautiful happened just within me. I'll own it for myself, but I know I'm not alone in that. The path was full of twists and turns, yet I made a commitment to those who had committed to me. Commitment out, commitment in. Several months later, in August of 2012, I committed myself to becoming a Unity minister and to investing my time, my energy, my money, and my sweat, and my family, and my soul to the Unity movement. This church, its board, and its staff did exactly the same thing. Commitment out, commitment in. It's the way life works. All of us grew. Every single person who stayed in the fire grew and became more of their God essence, more of their God being. We knew that God doing business as us knew how to do the work that we were called to do when we did not know it. That would give us the ability to stand in the fire when things got tough, that God as the source would offer all the emotional, mental, financial energies needed to pull off whatever God called us to do. The word commit comes from a Latin base, and it means something different than perhaps you've ever thought. Let's put that next slide up there. Commit. The Latin word is committire, I believe, or tire, and it means, let's read it together, to unite, to connect, to combine, to bring together. You see, commitment is not a loss. It is not a giving up of oneself. It is a giving over of oneself to something greater, something beautiful, and something profound. And what is it by that definition? It is oneness. It is unity. It is a worthy, worthy goal. And despite all of the road bumps and the twists and the turns and the difficulties and the dark nights of the soul staying awake, what have I committed to? I feel more one with the universe and this congregation and my divine self and the divine self of all people more than I ever did before because of those commitments. These three commitments that and there are many more that I highlighted, they are the pinnacle moments of my spiritual life. Each one represented a portal into a deeper engagement with life, with humanity, with love, with community, with strength, with all the divine ideas of God, and with God itself as the source. Not me. Jesus said that. I've read those words differently. Of myself, I can do nothing. But God, doing business, can do it all. With God, all things are possible. Say that with me. With God, all things are possible. So if you're about to make a commitment and life is calling you to a greater commitment, your knees may be knocking really hard. But with God, all things are possible. Commitment means I have to turn in my desire for oneness with all people. I have to turn to a power greater than myself. 12-step, anybody in 12-step will tell you the same thing. You had to access. I had to access. We have to access something greater in order to get from point A to point Z. We can't do it on our own. This is what W.H. Murray had to say. Let's read this together. The moment we definitely commit ourselves, then providence moves too. God moves. Have you ever heard it? You take one step towards God, God takes 1,000 steps towards you. Now that feels a little bit dualistic, and it's not what we teach here, but the energy of dreams, the energy of love, the energy of courage, the energy of whatever you're seeking, you take one step and make a commitment towards that energy, it is rushing in. And that takes faith, because it's like Indiana Jones. You got to take that step when you can't see the bridge in front of you, and it is scary. If our spirits had growth rings, like trees, those are growth rings in a tree. These moments of commitment would be my widest rings. They would be the widest and most profound rings of my entire 60 years on the planet. If you think back on your growth rings, just think back at the milestones in your life, because we are a collection of your experiences, your memories, your experiences, and your memories. I'm guessing that they too represent some commitment that brought you to a greater life. Yes? Think about them. Hold the energy of those moments right now, those profound rings. When thinking about the rings of trees, yours and mine, I reflected back to redwood trees in California. I'm a tree hugger. I own it. I am a tree hugger, and I love to hug the tall people that are the redwood trees. Hundreds and hundreds of years old. These magnificent trees have hundreds of rings that are a history. And I'm asking you as a redwood tree, as a giant, a spiritual giant, to look back at your history and honor those rings, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Those moments of commitment where you became you. Those magnificent trees had evidence within those rings that point to fire, that point to disease, and that point to drought. And my beloved California is experiencing, and my beloved redwood trees are experiencing all three of those right now. I pray for my ancestry, my brothers and sisters that are the redwood trees right now, and the whole state. But also within those rings, if you look closely enough, with the right eyes, there is evidence of community that helps transcend drought and fire and disease. They could not have grown as tall as the majestic beings that they are had they not bounded their roots together, had they not gathered together in a community and gathered together their branches to hold strong when things were going wrong. And I thought, that's what we do here. That's what I committed to 3, 4, 5, 100,000 times, because I have to recommit on a growing path. It's never going to be easy. Somebody told me ministry would get easy. They lied. It's a constant birthing expression. And each one of us is constantly birthing ourselves. And some people go and build a hut down the street because it's too much work there at Unity North. But others stay in the fire and say, something good's happening, and I'm uncomfortable and my knees are knocking, but I'm becoming more of myself. And I honor each and every one of you in this hut for allowing me the opportunity to stand here and become of more myself and to hold witness, testimony to you becoming more of yourself. Susan, Hayden, you are more of you because you stayed in the fire. Cheryl, you are more of you because you stayed in the fire and you're still here. There's something about that commitment that gets us through, like redwood trees, intertwined roots of oneness. Cometire, oneness, unity. We become stronger. We become taller. and we have more longevity on our spiritual path. Yes? You know, in sharing in the prosperity class this week, and I'll be honest, they asked me to teach a prosperity course. It's not my comfort zone. If there was one issue I've had, well, there isn't one, there's hundreds, but if there was one that really went, okay, I'm being called to the next chapter of myself, is teach a class on prosperity and then do a whole series on prosperity. Oh, God. But I thought about that, and in this prosperity class, I'm going to be sharing this week about high expectation and low expectation churches. Very different organizations. High expectation churches talk about commitment. Low expectation churches do not. High expectation churches cultivate giving and service and investment and commitment. Low expectation churches do not. This church is a high expectation hut, a high expectation center. Not because we want the biggest and the fanciest building in Cobb County, not even close to that, but because we are committed to this congregation of people who are growing, who are becoming. When we ask you to give to the church, it is about giving to the collective, yes, but it is about growing the individual members. Everything we do is for the individual. And we cannot separate you from me, them and them. There is only one of us in this room. And so when there is a high expectation of participation, of commitment and investment, it is for the whole, that you can bank on that when you go out into your life, that you've made an investment in your own life. Because there is only one of us. When you invest in me, I invest in you. And when Jerry invests in Linda, and Linda invests in Michelle, it comes back, because life is a magnificent circle. It's the way God works. It's the way the universe works. It's all set up in our favor. There is only one of us here. Let's say that together. There is only one of us here. This church is a high expectation center, and our collective commitments help us all grow taller. A congregation where dreams can be realized, where abundance can be realized, joy beyond anything you've ever experienced can be realized. I have more joy today because I walked through the commitments I made to ministry. More joy than I thought possible, because I wasn't happy in the stagnant, mediocre life that I was living. There was more of me to express. And I will throw that gauntlet down to everybody who walks into this building, because I love you that much. God did it for me. A long line of people said, quit playing small. Make a commitment to your divine self. I'm going to pay that forward, because I want to be a high expectation minister. And I will bless and love those that want to go down the street and build a hut in a low expectation center. I can't do it, and I won't do it. So as long as I'm serving, I'm going to see you. I'm going to know you. I'm going to believe in you. I'm going to challenge you. And that's what this church does. The board does it for me. The staff does it for me. And I get to come up here and do it for you. But turn to your left and your right and say, I'm a high expectation member of this church. Sometimes in church, in this church and other churches, we're not uniquely special in that way. The mindset resembles anything but a Redwood Grove. Individual entities. We do not stand if we are individual entities coming into this room for the sole purpose of getting for ourselves and ourselves alone. That's not a commitment to anything but yourself. It's a commitment to the one, to God. But it represents a consciousness that looks like these lines. I saw these lines. Let's put those up. Let's read these together, because I've been in these churches together. Some of my friends are really hurtful. I feel like many of them don't understand the meaning of the word commitment. I've invited them to 4 of my weddings in the past 2 years, and they haven't attended any of them. We know those people, don't we? Let's read the second one. We've been trying to organize a fear of commitment workshop, but we just can't seem to nail down a date. I don't want to belong to a low expectation community. I don't know about you. I don't want to belong to that. So when the word commitment comes and they play the music, tum, ta, tum, tum, and you feel your knees knock, oh God, here comes the commitment. Not just a talk, it's a whole month about commitment. It's a whole month about prosperity. And if you're measuring prosperity only by the dollars that are in your wallet, then you have missed what prosperity really is. The wealthiest people I know on the planet don't have a bank account, a car, or a house, but they hurt for nothing. I want to be a church of Belgian horses. Anybody ever seen those magnificent creatures? They are gorgeous. They are strong. They are strong. Do you know how many pounds of weight one Belgian horse can pull? Let me hear it. Never a number. 12,000, huh? Well, you're a little high there. You guys shoot much higher than first service. Somebody said 612. One Belgian horse can pull 8,000 pounds of weight. That's amazing. That's strength. You'd think by basic mathematics, you put two Belgian horses together, they're going to pull what? 16,000 pounds of weight, right? Oh, no, 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 no. There is an increase. Let's put a picture of the Belgian horses up there. There is spiritual increase, amplification, and multiplication. It defies the laws of humanity. The master teacher told us, where two or more are gathered in my name, there I am in the midst of them. We told our new members, there is peace, there is joy, there is amplification, there is spiritual increase. Possibility emerges and grows and becomes more. Two Belgian horses can pull not 16,000 pounds, but 22,000 pounds of weight. Oh, but wait, there's more. You train those two horses to work together. You train them to be brother or sister to each other, facing a common direction and a common purpose. Take a guess at how much weight they can pull. 32,000 pounds of weight. I hereby ordain you as Belgian horses. There's a lot more than two of us here. I don't know how many in the room, 150 maybe? But wait, there's only one of us here. The many and the one are the same thing. I'm asking us to make a commitment this month to being a Belgian horse. I'm not trying to train you, but that with a common intention and a common focus. And look out what this church and this community can do because we are facing the same direction in love. Because we believe in the dreams of the person to your left and to your right. We can carry those dark nights of the soul. They don't have it. We're on the island, but we're on the island together. And we only need one hut, and that is the hut of consciousness. The high expectation of our church does not come with the belief that all this is going to happen overnight. There are those that come in and go, oh, I said a prayer, I said a meditation, I said my affirmation. Why am I not wealthy? Why has that relationship not shown up? Why do I not have the perfect job or the perfect family? Oh, it doesn't work. I'm going to go build a hut over here. And the reality is, I wish I could tell you it's overnight. It's not. It's a commitment. It takes hard work. I was in seminary the very first time for 2 years of work. It took me months and months and months. And anybody who was here when I was asked to take this job, it took me months and months and months of dark nights of the soul to get to the place where I had the courage to say, I think I can do this job. And then, when I committed to Unity Ministry, 4 years of arduous study and work so that I could grow into myself, not grow into a minister, so that I could grow into myself. As if that... But wait, there's more. That journey doesn't end. Commitment is a way of being. Commitment is a mindset. It is a consciousness. It's not a destination. Sure, there will be road marks of goals set, goals achieved. Goals set, goals achieved. But a high expectation church will not be satisfied with the goals of last year, but will be only satisfied with the goals that are happening right here and right now, because the only place that God exists is right here and right now. Say that again. The only place that God exists is right here and right now. I'm excited to celebrate your goals that led you to this moment where you sit in this room today, but I'm more excited about what you're doing in your life today. And I'm asking you to commit to my dreams, that I can commit to your dreams, that Yuji and Paul are committing to your dreams, and that everybody is rising. Everybody is becoming more. I'm going to invite the band to come up to get ready for the meditation. It doesn't end. The great Renaissance artist, another one of my heroes, Michelangelo Ancaro Imparo. Got very Latin today. It doesn't happen very often from this platform. What did he say? He said, together, I am still learning. My spiritual education started when I said, okay, I'll be an interfaith minister. And then my spiritual education began today when I got up and I talked about prosperity. And my spiritual education will start again tomorrow when I make a new commitment to truth. A little music would be great, Ryan. I'm asking this congregation for this series to not stay away because we're talking about prosperity. We're talking about abundance. It is God's good pleasure for you to be abundant, for you to be prosperous, and for this church to go to the next level of what can be. We cannot be content with, well, we're a nice little place here in Cobb County, and we're a best-kept secret. We cannot be a secret. There's something good happening here. Lives are being changed here. Lives are being transformed here. Think of that as you look at the rings of your life, the people who are no longer the same person they were because you crossed their path in the middle of a fire and a drought and said, I'll be a Belgian horse, you be a Belgian horse, and we're going to make it somewhere. 5 steps I'm going to offer this congregation, and then we'll go into meditation. You may be on any one of these 5 steps at any given point. Hopefully, if you're in the room, you'll be asked beyond step number 1. But there are people that are, number 1, intrigued. Say that with me, intrigued. These are the looky-loos. Something's going on down there on Sandy Plains Road. They're curious. They have a fascination with what they've been told as a cult. Maybe we caught your attention for just a minute, but you're not committed to what's going on here. You just are aware of us. There is no benefit to you of Unity North being here. If you're just intrigued, I'm asking you to take a step. Those of you online, there are some of you that are checking us out online for the first time. You're curious. You can stop right now, or you can stay on and get to the end of the service and go, maybe I can get to the next step. And that is interested. That's all I'm asking, is you become interested. Begin to focus in and to take a closer look of the good that is here. Seeking maybe a little bit of information. You're still keeping your distance. I'm not too sure about these weirdos that seem like rebels and mavericks, but I'm going to give them a little more time to begin to listen. Maybe listen a little longer. Stay to the end of the service instead of tuning in for 5 minutes. Staying to the end of the service instead of getting up because it's lunchtime, because we went 5 minutes late. A commitment to self. That's what it's about at this level. I'm interested, but I'm only committed to myself. This place will not benefit you. It will not benefit you. You will not get the good that is available to you here or in any church if you're just interested. I'm asking you to step up to number 3. Number 3 is identified. Say that with me. Identified. I begin to feel I can resonate with the energies of this community. The people in this community, they're a little odd. They're a little weird. Take a look at Al Mango. But I can resonate with him. The oddness within me beholds the oddness within you. And maybe I begin to develop a feeling of a redwood tree that I can put my roots down a little bit. And I can connect with the roots of Al Mango and Kurt and Bonnie and go, I feel a little bit stronger because I'm connecting. This is an important place because now you're starting to reap the benefits. Those stepping into membership I begin to identify with this place. Let me put some roots down. Let me put some branches out. Let me be yoked to these people in such a way that we can pull more weight and that I become stronger. But I'm going to say, don't get comfortable there. There is good to receive there. You will receive good in that place, but there's more good to get. To step up to number 4. Number 4 is I'm now invested. This month is about an investment. I had to make an investment in myself to do seminary. twice. I had to make an investment to say yes when everything within me said, I'm scared to death, no. Now there's a commitment of time, of energy, of talent that you witnessed here on this platform today. You're willing to put a little bit of skin in the game. Let's get real. Those who don't put skin into the community, that are only here to get, do not get the benefit of this place. And that skin looks like your energy, your time, your talent, your soul, your spirit, and yes, your money. Oh my God, he said it. Yep, it is your money too. It's just energy. But I'm asking for an investment at a high level, because you deserve to be playing high in a high expectation church and not playing low and playing small in a low expectation church. If you want to do that, I love you, I bless you. There's a hut down the street. But if you're ready to take your life to the next level, I'm saying get uncomfortable. Let's get uncomfortable and let's talk about what is necessary for you to be the fullness of God's dream and God's vision for you. And then you go to step number 5, integrated. Our roots are fully intertwined. I look around this room and I can name probably 50, 60 people right out of the gate. Ted Worrell's sitting there. He has no idea the impact. No idea the impact he has on my life. Pat Worrell sitting right next to him. Dawn Gowing right next to her. No idea how my roots are connected to them. And how I would rush with one phone call to be at the bedside of any one of those redwood trees, any one of those Belgian horses, and there's a whole bunch of you in this room. That's the place where you get the fullness and the richness of what can happen in spiritual community. That's the place I'm asking us to commit to for the month of October. And if you're uncomfortable, good, that means you need to come back next week when we talk about consistency, cultivating, digging in, tilling and toiling the soil of consistency, not once a year. It's Christmas. I'll go to Unity North. Oh, maybe Easter. Oh, but they're going to talk about Jesus. Consistency, that's next week. I'm asking you to step up to shared resources, shared visions, shared dreams, shared buy-in. I'm asking you to mark this day as I did at the beginning of the talk. What were those dates again? My memory's not so good at age 60. May 2001, I became more of me. March of 2012, I became more of me. August of 2012, I became more of me. And I'm asking each of you to join me on October 2022 to become more of you, of us. Let's take a deep breath. There's a vision of this community that I'm asking you to join into. We're going to sing into meditation. The meditation is going to be very quiet. Going to invite the lights to come down. And we're going to have some silence to just till the soil of whatever you're feeling right here, right now. I invite you to join Jeannie and I as we sing these words. I follow my vision. I follow it through. I follow my vision. I follow it through. I change, I grow, I make myself new, and I follow my vision, I follow it through. I invite you to find a harmony to this very simple melody. And it may be dissonant at times, or it may be pleasing to the ear. It's all a part of the redwood grove that is this community. Together we sing. I follow my vision, I follow it through. I follow my vision, I follow it through. I change, I grow, I make myself new, and I follow my vision, I follow it through. Take a deep breath. And I'm only going to offer the words from Frederick Goethe. And then we'll sit in the silence. He writes, "Until one is committed, there is hesitancy. The chance to draw back. Concerning all acts of initiative and creation, there is one elementary truth, the ignorance of which kills countless ideas and splendid plans. At the moment one definitely commits oneself, then providence moves too. All sorts of things occur to help one that would never otherwise have occurred. A whole stream of events issues from the decision, raising in one's favor all manner of unforeseen incidents and meetings and material assistance, which no one could have dreamed would have come their way. Whatever you can do, or dream you can do, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. Begin it now. We sit in the silence, doing the cultivation, the farming, the tilling, the fertilizing. And now, from the depth of who you are, one last time, I follow my vision. I follow it through with a commitment to change and to grow and to make yourself brand new with every breath. And here this time as you sing it, the collective that is holding it for you, as you hold it for them, yoked together as strong Belgian horses, achieving things you didn't know were possible. I follow my vision, I follow it through. I follow my vision, I follow it through. I change, I grow, I make myself new, and I follow my vision, I follow it through. And so it is, and so we let it be. Amen. I'm going to invite SAS folk to make their way back up. But I really do challenge you to be a part of this month and the cultivation that's going to be happening, and to make a commitment to being here for the month of October. And as you think of this month, hold the highest and best for this community, this beautiful community, and know that we are holding the highest and the best for you. One way you can do that, one day we cultivate in a tool is the baskets that are in the back of the room. If this service challenged you, go give a little bit more. If this service made you stir and wake up a little bit, go give a little bit more and find a way to get into a place of service here. Because if you want to find God, go get into service. You're going to find more God than you will find God sitting here in the chairs alone. Text to give. Those of you online, we thank you so much for your generosity. This challenge is really going out to you as much as it is anybody in the room. There's a lot of people watching us. There are twice as many people, by the way, watching us than there are in the room. You people out, yes, we love you and bless you, and you're part of the family as well. And I would like to see there be twice as much giving online as there is in the room. So I'm putting the gauntlet down there. You can text 84321 to make sure that we can still reach you, the amount that you'd like to give. And if this made you a little uncomfortable to stir, great, give it a little bit extra right now. It's a very easy way to do it. But I want you to know we consider you part of our family. Even if we cannot see you, we can feel you. And you can see us and feel us. Be a part of being generous. And for this month, let's take Unity North and each life to the next level. Yes? Right now, they're going to take us to the next level. Please welcome SAS folk.
Suffocate some night. Each of the steps on the stairway, shadow in the doorway, and the tap tap of the lunar moon, still beyond his breath. His soul is trapped in that room. I crawled back in my mother's womb, came back out with my gold and my green. Now I see everything, now I feel everything, good Lord. What the hell could they bring to stop me, Lord? Nothing from the earth, nothing from the sea, not a God almighty thing. Yeah, I'm a midnight ride, stone bone up, fire night fly. I'm a angel of the morning too. Promise that the dawn will bring you. I'm the wounded bird, I'm the screaming heart, I'm the one who can't be counted out.
Sweet.
Thank you so much for having us.
Sass folk, where can we get your music? Where can we find your music?
SoundCloud, Sass Folk. There's no one else out there. Like
No other sass.
All
right.
things Sass Folk.
We're going to go find you. And you come back again, yes? Yes. All right. We're going to end our service. If you're in the middle of a night, a midnight, be a midnight flyer, be a night flyer. Our chaplains would love to hold the high watch for you for prayer. If you're so inclined, find one of the 4 in the room. But right now, up on our feet, let's invite that guidance from Spirit. Let's stand as the veritable vessel through which God will make good manifest on earth as we join with this final song. Spirit, guide me, here I am. Spirit, take me, here I stand. Spirit, use me in all I do. For I give my life, I commit my life, for I give my life to you. Now that was a nice first pass. Let's sing it like you mean it. Spirit, guide me, here I am. Spirit, take me, here I stand. Spirit, use me in all I do, for I give my life, I commit my life, for I give my life to you. I invite you to go give your life to something fantastic and beautiful and wonderful as you go out those doors. Please see us downstairs for refreshments and a little bit of fellowship. Have a blessed and beautiful week. We'll see you next Sunday.